Greetings and salutations. So, I'm going to do a little review, introduction, showcase, however you want to call it, of the Inferno, and then I'm going to run a very hard bounty mission just to kind of show it in action, and then I want to highlight the kind of the visceral feel, because a lot of guys will go over and they'll be like, oh, it's 20 meters long and it's 45 meters wide and it has 6 guns and it holds 29,000 feet of SCU and it costs 2.8 million dollars. That's not me. That's not me. So what I'm gonna do here is, but they don't really tell. They haven't like run the dog dookie out of it, and they haven't really gotten a good vibe for it. Because I've watched many a review where they've done this, and you fly the ship and you're like, ew, 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 right? And so I want to really kind of give you that opportunity, that ew discussion or review. So, but all having said that, this is one of my favorite ships. And I thought it was interesting that a lot of people like the Ion, and I own the Ion and the Inferno both, and I prefer the Inferno just because of how it feels. And then within the game's current state, one of the big issues is missile pods will bug out and they won't reload, and so you have to eject and then just respawn the ship because you have issues with missiles reloading. I just wanted to show this real quick. If you come down here and you open this, you get internal storage. See, you got external, so you can put armor in your vehicle. You can no bullshit put a set of armor in your vehicle, right? When you go do a mission, and a weapon too. And I think that's badass. Like that is so neat how you can go farm a set of armor. If you see something you like, you can pick up, and then you have your weapons rack. And I've stored weapons in here, and then wasn't, for whatever reason, because this is an armistice zone. This is what I'm talking about in this video. Like, reviews don't give you this kind of information because we're in an armistice zone. Watch here, I'll show you. Up at the top. Oh, it doesn't show you. You can't equip and rotate through your weapons. And I gotta close this. Close. There. You can't, like I couldn't, if I put a weapon there, I can't pick it up in the armistice zone. I can't pull it off the weapons rack in the armistice zone. And so you have to coordinate that before you land and try to pull your stuff back into storage. Another thing I like about this ship is all these little USB devices. They're counter thrusters. They all physically work on the ship, and then on the coolers, like you'll see here, these. Let's say you go to the store and you buy some new ones. It'll visually be represented in these modules right here. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy some Arctic coolers. Well, you'll see the visually see Arctic cooler instead of the polar coolers. I don't know what this is. And then same up here. You have the shield generators. Where is this thing at? Right here. Look at this. This is another cooler. There's another warp drive, and all that stuff is custom. I think it's probably on this side. No? Where are you at? This opens up. Batteries are not in the game yet, so you're not going to see. You're not going to see. I don't remember how I opened this up. I don't remember how I opened this up. Is it? There it is. And see, look, there's your jump drive. I know I didn't open it up, did I? I think these are, maybe not. Maybe it's up here. Shield, yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Here's your shield, right? Your 2 shield generations. So if you go and you buy some new shield generators that have a different visual appearance, you're going to see that represented here. So I really like the way that they have the modules that are showcased and represented are just unreal. Okay. Of course, your missile pods right here. And if you shoot missiles, you'll see the missiles. They'll disappear. They'll be gone. Like, let me enter pilot. See, it's crazy how this works. Now, a little pro tip: what I've realized is you don't move. You just let it go through the animation, because before I would open it, and the animation took so long that I would be running around, and then I would uncouple myself from the animation. So while you're in here, let's kind of go over a couple little things. So there's a few things that I'm holding down F right now. Power flight ready. Let's do this. Flight ready. There's a few things that I've.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems.
So right now we're powering up. I like to switch these. So I like to have my shield status up top. I like to know where my shields are, and it kind of gives you a visual representation. Here I like power, and the display on this is fantastic. And I like this to be up kind of more here, because this is a kinetic weapon system. I don't think that energy has an effect, because I'm shooting bullets. So I like to just put everything into shields. And I like to have target right up here, and I like comms to be right here. So one of the issues that I ran across is that I'll be flying up on a mission, and then they'll call me, and then I'll lose it'll take over this screen or whatever's on top, and I'll lose my target status. Drives me nuts. Let me check my missiles. Got 20 missiles. Now I've rotated those out, because before I had two different variances, and on this thing you can go through. Took me forever to figure out how to do it. You can go through and get rid of the I forget what they were. They were the counter strikes, or the let me see. And so here's the outside, right? And you can just hit in, bring in your hit to landing gear, and you can kind of zoom around. And you can see what the ship looks like, And let me see. Does L work? Yeah, there's your lights, right? You do have some lights. What I've noticed is on the Ion, the lights don't work. So let's go back to Z, right? Or F4, I mean. Watch it in. See, they maybe. Whoa, Z, wrong button. The lights are so finicky. Like they barely work. I don't know if you can catch that. You just barely work. And I kind of like. You can see that, and so that's one of the downfalls. If you're like this, I mean, they are so, they're like 10 lumens. It's unbelievable how weak the lights are on this thing. So, yeah, but you'll notice once we engage, keep an eye on the display of, and I haven't upgraded this one. The Ion version I upgraded, and on this one I haven't upgraded. And and unfortunately, you don't really notice. Even though it's better shields. Let me turn on my warp drive. B activates your warp drive. I lost my train of thought. So even though like you upgrade some of the modules, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. Like you're like, oh, I got 40% better shields, and you're during a dogfight, it's really hard to tell sometimes. Okay, now we're gonna warp. So I've been doing the Crusader missions because it eliminates the long flying. So, but there's a couple little bugs that I've noticed, that sometimes your weapon racks. Here you got my Thunderbolts. Here, I'll zoom in right here. You'll see Thunderbolts. And if I press G, I'll be able to add more to the volley. So I'll shoot 4 at once instead of 2 at once, and I like that, because you're able to just exponentially increase the amount of damage output that you do. But if I encounter it, I'll holler it out. But right here during the comms, you'll see it'll try to do comms with the enemy target or a random orbital station. I don't know, and this shit will drive you nuts because you'll lose your target. And then the second thing is when they shoot missiles at you, it'll say missile warning, right? But the problem is it'll never go away. So you'll leave, you'll conquer the area, you'll defeat the boss, you'll warp out, and you still have red lights for missile warnings and stuff. So there's a few, but that's not isolated to this ship. That is a Star Citizen kind of bug thing. So as always, you go into your mission set. You go over here to your contract manager. There's two missions that I pick up. So the personal ones are usually outlaw missions or can be outlaw missions, but I'll go to mercenary and I'll get call to arms because that way you get a little extra pay. And then I'll go to general again and go to bounty hunter. And we're doing the very hard bounty or very hard. What are these? What does the RT stand for? I forget what RT stands for. I thought they were bounty hunter, very hard bounty hunter, but so it pays the 17,500 plus whatever you get from call to arms. So let me accept this. Now something you got to do is you got to go to accepted and you got to hit track, which drives me nuts because I think it should always track the last mission that you accept because you can see where it's still on call to arms. So I'll hit track and you can see the little blinking cube. Kind of wish they would change the color of this from blue to like yellow or orange, some kind of off color, so that way it would distinguish it more from, because if I hit B, you'll see what I'm saying. You have all these markers, and it'd be nice if I could just get a little bit of a color tint to, there's 150. Oh, that thing is far away. What is this? Is this bitch like in another galaxy? Did you give me a mission? Am I viewing this wrong? Oh, if I go click on this, that's 5,000 kilometers. Okay, it's here. It's here. Come on. It's here. That's what it is. It's just out in space. Okay, that's the first one I've seen that was just out in space like that. That's interesting. So I have to set a trajectory. Okay. So this is kind of a default of. Okay, so I'm gonna have to drop out of orbit when I get close. There lies the problem. So I have to watch it, right? I'm gonna have to watch it and drop out of orbit.
Quantum travel complete.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. This is the first one I've done like this where I've had to. Did it disappear? Did it just disappear on me? Was that a bug? No. What the hell? Okay, this is the first one I've done that did that. That's so weird. I've never had like moving targets before. And that's another thing that bugs me is I don't know why I couldn't have just gone straight to the other moon. I had a direct line of sight. Why did I have to go to this planet and then fly around, the 8 angles of this planet to get to the moon? Like, that's some bullshit. I should have just been able to set a direct course to each individual planet, or even drop a waypoint into space and then fly to that waypoint. I mean, just saying, you know what I mean? Just saying. Anyways, that's part of why I'm doing this video the way that I'm doing it, is so you just get some real kind of context of the experience. Don't get me wrong. We're getting ready to get to the dogfight.
On
Ship is
track
handling
complete.
wonderful. Um, ship is fantastic so far. It's, I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what to expect. I think I gotta go here first. Plus, you can kind of pick up some general. So I try to run
Battle
because we're in. I
engaged.
don't want to say we're in
On
limbo,
track
but the patch is
complete.
supposed to drop. Here we go. Patch is supposed to drop in the next, I don't know, week. They said that last week, which is fine. They've been working every day. They work at a ton of bugs. So the patch is supposed to drop pretty soon here,
Battle
which
engaged.
adds some
On track complete. Contact.
Oh, this is different. Got to press B to get off the. So I'm going to go to missiles because I want to do as
Missile
much
locked.
damage to this guy as possible. You can see if I hit F4, you can see the thrusters, how they roll as I change velocity. If I boost, yeah. Ooh, did I? Is that my guy? Captain, is that my guy? What happened? Did I mess up did I break the game? How come I don't have meters?
Missile locked.
I lost my meters. I lost my meters. Did I bug out the game? Okay, there's meters on the objective, but there's not meters on him. Shit. Okay, there we go.
Missile
Now I got,
locked.
okay, 5.9k. So usually at 6k, is that my target? I think my target's right here. Yeah.
Missile locked.
No, that's not my target.
Missile locked.
Okay, we're shooting missiles. I don't know. This is a weird one. I've never, but look at the volley of missiles. It's just like, that's so beautiful. And you just wait for them to recharge. It takes a second. Like if I wanted to, I could fire that first one, but then it would reset the 4. Aegis Rattler. Right? And then we'll just let it. I don't know if this mission's bugged. I don't know what the dealio is. I mean, look at that. Look at that with the. Oh, is there smoke in space? Is that a thing?
Target friendly.
Why did it say target friendly? Am I?
Target friendly.
God damn it! Am I wasting missiles on a friendly target?
Missile locked.
What is this guy? Is this a? I'm so confused. Aegis Rattler. It's red. I mean. Hit. See the light's garbage. The light's garbage. I can't even make it the light. There we go. I'm so confused. I don't know if that's my target because it says right here. It says right here. and the station's shooting at him. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Did it give me a bounty for a real person?
Missile locked.
Watch this other guy get hit with my missile. So this is what... Was that it? Okay, I'm going to show you a reload. I'm going to show you a reload. Okay. So I'm going to request, right? I'm going to request, hit F. I'm going to request. You know, another one of my pet peeves is that comm station. How far am I out? Is this a friendly or an enemy comm station? There should be. Oh, this is I think this is like where you hack the terminal to this is where you hack the terminal to I'm sorry, I'm not trying to think at the same time, right? So I'm trying to be like, I haven't been here before, so I don't know what's going on. See, can I call in? No, there is no comm station. So we're gonna go right here. I think the dude is inside. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's inside.
Landing gear down.
So the way that you reload is you just come right here. Oh, it's not giving me the chance to reload. Oh no! Don't press C. Don't press C. I screwed up. Am I still got... Turn C off. Jeez. I just damaged the ship. I'm lucky I didn't pick up a crime stat. You know, because I play so many games where C is, man, I'm having all kinds of issues. C is the, descend. I don't understand though. If I hit N, okay, landing gear up.
Landing gear up.
Landing gear down. Let's try this again. Will it rearm me? Because that's what I want to see.
Landing gear
Control, down. Not C. Okay, F2. Let's see if it'll let me rearm. No, it will not let me restock. Okay. What mission did I take? Let's see. It's pretty sure I did bounty hunter. Very hard. Did I? Accepted. I must have, that must be a bug. Suspect apprehension. Okay. You know what? This has turned into a disaster. Like you didn't get to see the minigun. So we'll just do this suspect apprehension. Screw it. Okay. Okay, let's so to get out, you just hold and press Y. Right? You got to make sure to close these things, otherwise they'll steal it. Close. There you go. Okay. Of course, I have no idea. I've never done this before. I wanted to show the minigun. Um, what does this say? It says landing gear 5. Let's see. I think this is where you go to like hack a terminal if you get a criminal record. I must have been a little bit of lag or latency, and what happened was I accidentally selected the wrong because I was pretty sure I clicked on very hard. One of these has got. I know I watched a YouTube video where I seen one of these had a an ammo crate. Oh yeah, he's right there. I could have murked his ass. Oh, so that's a huge disadvantage on his part, like the fact that security, the fact that I get to know where he's at, but he doesn't get to know where I'm at. That's crazy. Yeah, that's. Oh, I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. Interesting. Refund. So he must have did it. He must have got his certificate. I heard that you can get weapons here. What is this? Oh, snap. You can get weapons here. Oh, this is a perfect example to show. What is this? So I don't know which ones go to which. All right, boom. Come on. There we go. Can I do something with this? Probably not. Have no pockets. Okay. So perfect. I get to show. Man, I thought there was like a crate or something in here that you could. Okay, interesting. So if you get an apprehensive mission, it's gonna tell you to apprehend somebody else. I did not know that. Where's my thing at? Where's my thing at? Let's get out of here. This is cool. So, cause that thing hit that mission's gone, and it refunded me my money. Oh, and I blew up his ship. I I blew up his ship. His ship was empty, so he gassed over. Where's my ship at? Can I jump? Look at that thing. Exit. Okay. I have to. Some of these space stations can get a little confusing sometimes. They can get a little turned around. So he probably, once he cleared his I get it now. Once he cleared his oh shit. Okay. I didn't think people were still in there because my bounty went away. Interesting. Very. So now when I call it back, it'll reset the missiles, and I don't expect you to wait for the 10 minutes for me to reclaim the ship. And that's, by the way, that's how long it takes to reclaim the ship. Me wish they would add a little disposal, a little pro tip is whenever you put on your uniform, you have to do your uniform first before you do your helmet. You can't do them, in different orders. They have to be in sequential order. Let me get rid of the chat. I didn't realize that was up. So we'll summon the Ion this time. I'll just call the Ion and we'll go do a HRT mission. Or no, actually we'll end it there. I'll do an Inferno part 2. So that way we'll turn around. There we go. This space station is a little weird because you come out of the med bay and you have to immediately do a hard button hook around and then come through here. Right here, and like you can see where my Inferno claim, file claim, boom, right, 10 minutes. So that's also gives you some perspective of how long of a wait you have to do before you re-get your ship back. All right. As always, hey, thanks for watching.